Chapter 23. Case 1. If you end up in hell, researcher Davidson fellow near-death experiences make it perfectly clear that God is not sending anyone to hell. We create our own hells and heavens by the way we live our lives, the thoughts we think, the emotions we express, the way we view and treat ourselves and others. Many near-death experiencers who report hellish or distressing experiences tend to be excessively materialistic, selfish and self-centered, and/or engage in brazenly self-destructive activities. They also tend to discount, or feel disconnected from, God and other spiritual realities. This includes people who appear to be spiritually motivated, but are really using spiritual and religious trappings to pursue selfish and materialistic goals, such as acquiring money, power and adoring followers. In other words, people who tend to be overly focused on the material world and are overly disconnected from their spiritual natures, appear to be more likely to experience hellish NDEs. Hellish and distressing experiences also seem to be related to our overall development, or lack thereof. Since it takes time and experience to grow from immature, self-centered children into mature, conscious, and caring adults, there may be a tendency for young souls to have their lack of development reflected back to them by experiences that are more dense, dark, and dramatic. Highly developed souls may also have dramatic encounters with hellish realms. These experiences may arise naturally, as momentary events are extended dark night of the soul experiences, wherein souls are purged of impurities by passing, inwardly and outwardly, through dark, frightening, and challenging states of consciousness and/or periods in their life. Whatever determines who has hellish experiences, one thing is perfectly clear: whatever we think, do, and feel in this world is magnified on the other side 100,000, 10,000-fold, so it's important to develop and purify ourselves as much as we can while we are living on this side of the veil. What can be done if, for one reason or another, we end up in a hellish realm? We can remember that we are never alone. The light, and legions of heavenly helpers, are always present, waiting for us to look up and ask for help. Along with asking for and receiving help from the divine, some enders also report that hellish experiences are largely fueled by intense emotional reactions. To the degree that we can calm down, take a step back and observe, make a sincere attempt to understand, these experiences not only lose their power, but they reveal themselves to be servants of the light. If we are brave enough to face and befriend them, they offer us pearls of great price. Finally, it's important to remember that we are eternal beings made in the image and likeness of our Creator. While it's true that we can scare ourselves or allow others to scare us, we can't be killed, maimed, broken, tormented, or held captive forever. It is our destiny to remember who we are, what our true nature is, and awaken from all dreams. Case 2. God, help me. Near-death experiencer Kathleen C. I began to hear noise, and what I heard was extremely distressing and eventually unbearable. As the noise grew in intensity, I realized it was voices, the countless voices of many, many souls, saying nothing, only weeping and wailing. It was the most anguished, pathetic sound I had ever heard. With every passing moment it grew until I imagined their numbers were in the millions. It was unbearable. I had to get out of this place. But how? I had no body and no voice. Finally, somewhere deep down in my spirit I screamed as hard as I could. I heard my own voice echoing on and on, God, help me. The next thing that happened was a gigantic hand came down and moved under me and lifted me out of that abyss. I was then taken up and up. The anguished voices faded and all was quiet. Case 3. Heaven is a frequency near-death experiencer theory. In his presence I felt like I was home, in a sense that I have never known before. I saw that my true essence is the energy of love, but as we reviewed my life together, I came to understand how I had removed myself from the benefits and bliss of love through anger. I saw how important it is to project feelings of love because other people can either benefit from or be negatively affected by my energy. I also came to understand that heaven isn't a place that you enter but a frequency that you attain. Being in the presence of white light was heaven. It was the greatest feeling I had ever experienced or dreamed was possible. Having that feeling again is what I strive for, not going to a place. The feeling, the energy I experienced became the place. I understood that you take yourself with you wherever you go. Your own consciousness has to change in order to experience the higher frequencies of love, peace, joy, bliss, and tranquility, which I felt a part of. So I begged for the opportunity to do just that. I wanted to return because I knew that my consciousness didn't mesh with the unconditional love I was experiencing. I knew that I had to become more loving in order to experience this indescribable love permanently. Soulmate, this is a part of Zindagi Ki Roshni consultancy. It has been established for those who have lost someone and for those who are very sad in their life. About 100 PDF books and 20 short audio books of this topic will be sent to those who join it. This data will be sent to their email or WhatsApp. If you want to join this organization, then please send WhatsApp message to this number.